An outpouring of solidarity on Paris's Place de la République. Thousands of protesters turned out to express their support for France's Jews. Their anger magnified by yet another desecration of a Jewish cemetery. These were just one of dozens of demonstrations nationwide in response to a surge in anti-Semitic hate crimes.
I think that anti-Semitic actions are on the rise. It's something that strikes fear, that brings back bad memories. We want to show younger generations that there's another path to take.
This is what fueled the outrage. The Jewish cemetery in the village of Quatzenheim in eastern France defaced with swastikas and other anti-Semitic graffiti. French President Emmanuel Macron has vowed to bring the vandals to justice and, once more, to stop anti-Semitism in its tracks.
A group of individuals full of hate has unfortunately done what others have done before for too many years. I'm here to express the solidarity of the whole nation and to express our complete determination in fighting anti-Semitism, whatever shape it takes.
This was the second time a Jewish cemetery has been desecrated in recent months in France. In December, nearly 40 graves and a Holocaust memorial were vandalized in the same region. It is attacks like these that brought people together. Not only ordinary citizens, but also top politicians and religious leaders. They wanted to send a clear message: they've had enough.
Okay, let's go straight to Paris now, and our correspondent, Lisa Lewis. Lisa, can you tell us more about these protests?
Well, there were protests across the country in about 60 cities, really. Thousands of people took to the streets, about 20,000 in Paris. The one in Paris especially was organized by the Socialist Party, and many people from different parties came to the protests. That's why some people actually say, we don't want so many politicians to be there. We're organizing our own protest. There was a second one in Paris organized by anti-racist organizations together with far-left organizations, civil organizations. And they were saying, we really want to stand up against anti-Semitism, and we want to prevent politicians from pricking this up for their own interests, really.
It comes at an important juncture for France. What's behind the country's sharp rise in anti-Semitism? We're seeing a 75% increase in anti-Semitic attacks year on year.
Well, absolutely. It comes from different sides. On the one hand, from far-right activists, but also, the conflict in Israel has traditionally been imported to France. So it is believed that amongst those doing these anti-Semitic attacks, there are also many people who feel very close to Palestinians who are somehow radicalized. And when you look at who the government just arrested after the incident on Saturday against the Jewish intellectual Alain Finkielkraut, there's a 36-year-old man who was arrested in Mulhouse this morning, and he is known to be close to the Salafist movement, a radical movement of Muslims, really. So the government looks at both sides, obviously, and is trying to chase this up.
Okay, now at this vandalized Jewish cemetery, President Macron promised a crackdown. What could it look like?
The government is looking into actually getting social platforms to control their contents. And I was speaking to someone from a Jewish organization here who is telling me, the rise in anti-Semitic acts is really also down to all these social networks where it's so easy to say something and to just share it, and everybody agrees without double-checking any facts, really. So the government wants to crack down on this. They're running some kind of trial until mid-March to see how this works, like that platforms like Facebook or Twitter should actually withdraw content that is anti-Semitic, and then they're looking into maybe putting out a law on this.
Lisa Lewis, thanks so much for that from Paris.